Hey guys, here's another video about Backgame. So quite recently, a friend of mine sent me a match from a T1 a Team Backgammon Championship held in Gibraltar. This is one of the games. This is played by Thomas Myhr from Denmark against Giorgos Kleitsas from Greece. Two of them are basically the best players in their nation. So this game is the game is higher quality, but this game is very difficult and interesting. So my point of this video is sharing my insight about backgame. I'm not perfect, of course. I make many blunders, but I like to do my best. And yeah, let's see. So Thomas Myhr is white, and Giorgos is black. And white started with 4-2, and the black responded with 3-1. Thomas is reading 10-8 to 13. So he is reading 3 away, 5 away, and black is trading 5 away, 3 away. Okay, I'm gonna show the arrows. He played 2-3, he split and down. So far, so good. Then this is the first mistake made by Giorgos. He played double 2 this way. However, he should have made a 4-point and a 22, like that. Mostly because he's trading in the match, so he has to be aggressive. He wants to win gammon, so he want to make a board, and so this is why. Instead, he plays quite passive. He made an anchor. That is okay with a normal score, but at this score, he has to be more aggressive. Anyway, it's not a big deal, as you see. This is a mistake by 0.027. It's really nothing. So let's move on. So white rolled 2-1. He made a 10-point. Good play. Black rolled 5-4. He has to leave a blot. Alright, he has to leave a blot. So he played 2 down, unstuck the midpoint. That's fine. Then white rolled 6-1. He hits. That's fine. He rolled 4-1. White hit with 5-3. Okay. Black rolled 4-1 from the roof. He hit on the 9-point. Then white hit back with 4-1. As you see, black already had 5 men back. So I think back of his head, he was thinking about possibility of backgame already. And it's gonna happen. He rolled 2-4. He entered with 2. Then he hit with 4. Then white rolled 5-1, which is basically false. He has to enter with 1, and 5 must be come down, because otherwise he has to leave too many blots. Then this is the first interesting play by black. He rolled 6-5. There are many possibilities. One way is making a bar like this. As you see, he can hold 20 and 18 points. So the game is basically he can play forever. Game is guaranteed. Then another play is he can come out with 6 and make a 4-point, or he can hit a midpoint. And as you see, the best play is hit on the midpoint, because by doing this, white has some bad numbers. Like he has 4 dancing numbers. He has bad 5s and 6. Like 1-5 is really bad. 1-6 is not so good. 2-6 is no good. 3-5 is not good. So there's a possibility that black will win in front game. In a few rolls. And if he gets hit, he can always come back to back game. So this is a two-way game. If it works well, he can go forward. If it doesn't work well, then he can go back to the back game. So anyhow, he made a right play here. White rolled double 2. This is the first blunder commit by Thomas Myhr. By the way, he had only like 90 seconds, so he had only 1 minute and 30 seconds to play this game. He spent too much time on earlier on same matches, so he doesn't have too much time to think about it. But anyway, he hit with first two, that is fine. But other two, he should have hit the deuce point. By the way, I like the way I like to hit with by 6 to 4. Extreme Gammon suggested switching, but I didn't like this. I would hit from 6 point to 2 because we should stop black from making a deuce point. You know, if he managed to make a deuce point, he would have 2-5 backgammon, which is very strong. So you have to hit deuce point and stop it. That's why he made 11 point. 11 point in general, it's very strong point, especially he hold the 6 point. You know, this is stopping 6 away. However, priority is prevent him from making a deuce point. So you gotta hit. The next row is 4-1. This is interesting play. Extreme Gammon didn't like to hit. He suggested to make a 9 point. Why is that? This is probably because white's bad number. White have double 5 and 5-4 as super bad numbers. You know, as you see, if white gonna roll double 5, he has to break. He has to move 8 to 3, and he has to play 11 to 6. So basically, his structure will be gone. And also 5-4. If white gonna roll 5-4, then it's very uncomfortable. He has to play 5 like this, and most likely he has to hit on the deuce point. So I believe the reason why 9 point is so much stronger is that white has some bad numbers. You know, here is some sort of plan. And not only this turn, he might have a double 5 or 5-4 a couple of rolls. Let's say white rolls something normal like 6-5, he come out, you see. Then black rolls something normal, let's say he come out. Then white still have double 5, you know, as a bad number. So that's why making 9 point is a good number. In backgame, actually making a root number means a really bad number that force him to crack his board, is very important concept, because in backgame it takes so long. But once you break your board, once you crush your board, it never ever go back. You know, so it's very important. You don't need to hurry to make a board, because you can make your inner board or offline later, because backgame takes so long. However, once you crash, it never go back. Okay, so this by making 9 point, it making some numbers very uncomfortable. Okay, so let's go on. He hit with 4. Extreme Gammon didn't like it, but it's okay. White rolled 4-2. Then black rolled 4-3. He hit back. And white rolled 4-5. Again, this is a small mistake, but I'm not really sure if it's a mistake, but my preference would be hitting on the 3 point. Like this. And once again, the idea is don't allow him to make a 3 point. By doing this, if he doesn't roll a 3, you can make a 3 point, and maybe you can force him to play 1-5 backgame instead of 3-5-1 or 3-1. You know, once he makes a 3 point or deuce point, he has very strong backgame. So you have to, you know, avoid that scenario. That's why you wanna hit him, you know, and he's 2 on the bar. Even if you get hit back, you can always come back and hit again, or maybe you can remake 8 point, and he has only 2 point board, and he has like 7 checkers back, so you're not really afraid of getting blitzed or anything. You know what I mean? But obviously there's some risk, like black might roll some joker such as double 3 or like double 2 or sequence like black roll 3-5 and white 1. Something like this can always happen, obviously. So I'm not really sure if it's an error, but my feeling, I never be sure. I trust Extreme Gammon here, and the Extreme Gammon likes to hit on the 3 point, and if you got hit, you can go back to his inner board, and he can start from there. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I think he plays okay. All right, black roll double 2, which is again not so easy play. He has to come in for first 2. That's fine. Then the rest of the 2 he played. He shifting from 24 to 22. Then last 2 he slot on the 4 point. The I like this because a 2-3-5 backgame is very strong. You avoid he carefully avoid hitting the white checkers, because in backgame in general you don't need to hit him. You don't want to hit him, because now if you hit him he can gain some pip count, means he can usually gain some timing. Okay, so you don't want to hit him, so he just do that and play ready for 2-3-5 backing. Then white rolled a 3-6. He came out with 6 and he slot on the 7 point. I was thinking about 6 come out and 3 to hit. Extreme Gammon didn't really like my idea, and I am also not sure if it's the right play. Most likely this is better play, but my idea with this play is I don't need the 4 point. My idea is I want to get hit and recycle those 2 checkers, make a prime from 6 to 11. And well, actually I hate those 2 checkers. I really hate those 2 checkers. These checkers must be go back. That's for sure. I'm not sure that breaking a 4 point is correct or not. Most likely it's overdue, but I'm pretty sure these guys must get hit and must come back. We will see later. Anyway, he did not do that, and 6-1. Extreme Gammon penalized him as a blunder. He hit with 6 and ace. It looks natural to come out with 6. At the same time, he hit his triggers, and he moved from 23 to 23. So what the problem is this? The problem with this play is he hits. Once again, he doesn't need to hit now, because he can just come out without hit. As you see, he is down 93 pips. Okay, black is down 93 pips. It means he has a great timing already. Okay, so what he wanna do this, he's just waiting. He just let white to play, go quiet like this. So now white has to go this way, and a few rolls later, let's say they don't hit each other for 5 rolls. Okay, then black will have a great back game, most likely 2-3 back game, but some cases he could even keep all those checkers, so he could play 2-3-5 back game with a great timing. All right, so he has already great timing, so he doesn't need to complicate the game by hitting. By hitting this, of course, maybe it benefits black, but it also possible that it benefits white. Like, white come back without hit, so that he would gain some timing, and black roll some big doublet, and he gonna crunch his board. So the lesson here is, when you have a great timing, you need nothing. You just play quietly and wait for a later moment. All right, and Yeah, that's because he has a timing already, so he doesn't need to do anything. Anyways, white rook w3. Okay, he comes in. He makes a bar. Bar is more important than 10 point, obviously, because these points blocks any checkers in a point. So he switch. Then last three is obviously 16 to 13. Again, there is an idea to play 4 to 1, but most likely it's overdue. And he wrote w4, which is actually a great number for black because he doesn't need to move. Then white wrote 5-4. I really didn't like this play. I would definitely hit with 4 and 6 to 1. As I said, I hate these checkers and this checker must go back. By doing this, you see white is 2 on the bar. Now any ace black has to hit. And that this way white can recycle these checkers. Now these checkers go back and gain 24 pips and play and it's possible that this checker goes back and come here and make here. So that's the idea. You want to get hit and come back and make some points here outfield. This checker does nothing here, so 5 gotta be this. Anyway, I would hit for sure and I would slot. Okay, by putting 2 on the bar, any ace he is forced to hit. That's why. But for some reason he didn't do it. He come out with 5 and 4. He slot because he wants to make a 9 point. Then he rolled 3-1. He enter with ace and 3. Yeah, the idea is he is diversifying his numbers. He obviously wants to roll a 6, but maybe he closed a 9 point. If he closes a 9 point, he wants to roll a 2 or 4 to step up. Then he come out with any 5, right? So by entering on 24, he has 2 numbers to go to the 20, which is 4 and deuce. If you enter with 22, then you have only 2 numbers. 1 numbers to a 20. Okay, so he diversifies his numbers, and he rolled 4-2. This is a small mistake. Of course, you have to make a 9 point with deuce. Then 4, he should have played this way. He should have this way so that he has 6 to make a 10 point and 3 to make a 10 point and ace 3 builders on a 10 point. But his play only 2 builders on a 10 point. That's why this is not the best play. And it's not, well, most likely, this is my imagination, but white thought about some duplication. Black need 2 to come up and black need 2 to hit, but it doesn't matter. Actually, Giorgos as a black is not looking for hitting here. He's just, if he rolls a deuce, he just come up here. So this is no duplication. This is imagination. This is a fantasy. He's not gonna hit any deuce. This is no duplication. He is not looking into a hitting. Then black rolled 6-2. Alright, so Extreme Gammon suggested to step up with deuce and make a 4. And I did not understand this play, but then I thought about it a little while, then I realized that what is going on here. As you see, if you do this, white gonna make 11 point. So black actually allow white to make a 5 prime. And I thought it was too much because now black has only 5 to come out. However, okay, let's pretend white gonna make 11 point, yeah? Let's say white roll like 4-2 or something and he makes 11. Now, black's 6 are killed. So if black rolls a 6, black doesn't need to move, okay? He killed his biggest number. And if black rolls 5, he can come out, okay? So black is 5 is a good number. And if black rolls 4, he can step up with 4. And if he rolls none of 4 or 5 or 6, he must roll something small like 3-2, 3-1, 2-1, something like this. Then he can play with these guys. So in practice, he does not have bad numbers here. 6 is killed, 5 come out, 4 steps up, and small numbers he can play inside. So even if he managed to make a 5 prime, black is in a good shape. As opposed to his play hit wide. So that means white gains some timing, and it's possible that black will crunch his board because of that hit. You know what I mean? So once again, the series comes in, when your timing is already good enough, you don't need to complicate your game. You just wait for the moment. You just play quiet, let him make a 5 round. It doesn't matter because he's gonna crash very soon. Yeah, the another point is, even if he makes a 5 point, he has to break in 1 roll or 2 rolls. So it doesn't really matter. Let's say black break his board a little bit. It doesn't matter. Let's say black rolls some 3-2 or whatever 3-4, whatever. He might crack a little bit, but he can always remake the 6 point later because he has great timing. All right. So it's very interesting play, and I like Extreme Gammon's play. By hitting this, anything can happen, and bad things might happen for black. All right, and of course, in general you have to avoid hit him. 4-1, he hit with 4, and he hit twice. The idea is he wants to make 11. That's why he hits here, and also he wants to contain. And he wants to kill all those free checkers in the outfield. Once white kills all those out checkers, black has no spares. That means as soon as he has no numbers to move here, then he has to start play from here. So white is basically trying to kill the spare checkers on outfield. That is what's going on here. So black roll 5-4. That's a good roll. By the way, here he rolls 4-1. By the way, but if he gonna roll a 3, I definitely will break and play 4-1. I mean, he rolled 4-1, of course, but I'm saying if he rolled 3-1, then I would definitely break the 3. Okay, any 3 I would break it. And 5, of course, I'm gonna hit, and I try to getting hit again. That's the idea, because black has a great timing, so white wants to do something. Anyway, he did not do it. I mean, he didn't roll a 3, so he couldn't do it. With 4-1, he couldn't even touch these checkers because 1 and 4 is blocked. And alright, so black roll to 5, and again, he should just come out without hitting. And same principle, black has great timing already, so you just play quiet and let him make a 5-point board. It doesn't matter, he will have to break it, and you have a great timing, so you don't need to hit him. That's why this is a big mistake. And the double 3, yes, finally he rolled a 3, and finally white has a chance to break the 4-point by 4-1. Okay, I really like this play because now white forced black to hit with not really forced, but many numbers are really forced actually. 4-6, 1-6, white must hit, or double ace or double 4. Now white must hit, and so he can recycle the checkers, and he has some timing. He can gain some timing, and once these guys get hit, he might have a chance to make a point here. And also, by breaking this, maybe later on, white can use those checkers to hit on the 4-point. let's say black hits here and stays here. Later on, white rolls deuce and he can hit here. So he can eventually recycle all those checkers in the best scenario, and he can remake 6 prime here. This is ideal scenario. Of course, normally it doesn't happen, but I really like this play because this is very interesting play, and this is the idea. Anyhow, Thomas Myhr doesn't have time to think about it. He chose to play normal. He enter with 3 slot and play this. And look, as you see, black has 3 dead checkers here. So these checkers does nothing, and these checkers cannot go back, and he cannot make a 10 point. And once all black need is a 6. Once he rolls a 6 or 4, then nothing can stop black from having a great back game. Okay, so at this point, I would say black has a great back game and white is lose. I mean, of course, in the real game, black can lose or white can win. But as a back game, if I have to say which is the favorite, black did his best, and now he did what he wanted to do. All right, then okay. So now black rolled double 3, which is very problematic number. Black wanted to roll a 6 or even 5. It's fine because he could come out. 4 is also okay. He can step up and wait for another 5 or 6. But double 3, what can he do? And he chose the worst play here, and I really didn't like it because he chose breaking at this point. Now he committed to play 3-5 back game, which is very weak back game. It's not even the back game in my world. Because he did it just because he wanted to keep a 6 prime. However, you could remake the 6 point later. The more important thing here is you gotta keep the deuce point so that you can play 2-3 back game or 2-5 back game or even 2-3-5 back game. Okay, deuce point is so much more important than mere 6 point here. 6 point you can remake later, but deuce point you never make remake. Okay, unless you are very lucky. Well, anyway, for some reason he did not do it, and he gave up the deuce point. Now, of course, Thomas Myhr wake up and he hit on ace point. Okay, and black enter with 3, so he really ended up 3-5 backgame, which is a very weak weak game. Yeah. Alright, so white rolls 3-4. Now white hits a black. It doesn't really matter because by hitting him, now black gonna start crunching unless he could move from there, right? And 4, I would come out with 4. I wouldn't save the blood because I want to get hit actually, so I don't really understand why he saved the blood. Yeah, 3-1. He played this. Of course, now he wanna get hit and roll an ace so that he could play 1-3-5 back in. Actually, this is a great number. First of all, he rolled an ace. That is good number. Then he rolled a number that hit him and put him on the bar. And there's some rolls that white is forced to hit those checkers. And it is exactly happened. White rolled 3-1 and he has to hit. Now black rolled 1-5, so miraculously he managed to come back to 1-3-5 backgame. So now he came back to backgame, and he has a good timing, and all those white checkers are already dead, and so no way to recycle all those checkers. So once again his backgame is come back. However, black has only 3 checkers left. So it's a little bit problematic because even if he hits, he has to make a 6 point later on. and sometimes it's not so easy. So it takes some time after the hit for him to win the game, right? So ideally he should have like 7-8 checkers back and make some sort of climb, so that after the hit, black can contain his checker, white checkers quite easily. With 3 checkers, it may not be so easy. So anyway, white rolls 3-2, and he hits. That's fine. Now he wants to hit as many as possible because white has good timing already. Then he rolled 4-1, which is basically forced. He rolled 2-1, he slotted. He rolled 6-5. By the way, this is a very good number because any rolls except 6 or 5, black has to play from here. The worst number would be double 4. Now he has to play 5-1 twice and 24-20 twice. But any 4 is basically very bad. And like roll like double 2 would be disaster as well. He has to play twice and 3 times and maybe here. But 5-6 he could come out 2 checkers so that he could have spare checkers to play with, and maybe he can roll another 5 and 6. Then he rolled 4-1, which is fine. I actually didn't understand Extreme Gammon's play. He likes to make a deuce point, but I hate this play. I don't really know what is going on here. Maybe this is some kind of a bug by Extreme Gammon. I'm not really sure. I don't understand. I hate this play. So next play is double 2. Nothing special. He cannot move those checkers, so he has to play them. 6-3. Okay, he should play 6 here and 3. He slot, which looks fine to me. Yeah. Okay. Now 6-1. He made the a 14 and play 7-6. That is fine. 4-1 and 5-2. And this is kind of an interesting play because I wanted to stay on 15. After you hit with 5, that is of course almost forced, then I would like to stay here because the next best point to make is 15. So once you make a 15, you will never be primed. Alright, you have 14, but 15 is better. So by staying here, you practically slot the best point. So I would slot the 15 and play 2 from 22. Okay. Then he rolled 5-2, he came out, that's fine. And 5-4. What is this? Okay, I liked his play, but Extreme Gammon suggested to make a 9 point. I think it's because of some root number. Root number means very bad numbers, which is double 5 by white, also double ace by white. What happens if white roll double 5? Okay, white cannot move this checker, so white has to play here, here, and twice like here. So white has to crunch all the boards. Same as double ace. Double ace, white cannot move those checkers, so he has to play those blind. So just for those 2 numbers, he has to make a 9 point. This is what he is saying, okay? But I'm really not sure. This looks fine to me. As well, you come out with a 5 and come down is a 4. Your back game, the timing is basically guaranteed. So this is also fine. Maybe, I mean, Extreme Gammon, his play, computer's play, is probably a very good play as well because it really creates 2 root numbers. But his play, human play, is practically as good as Extreme Gammon, I think. But of course, I don't know. I mean, I never know. And for 1 he hit, that's fine. Even if white avoids the hit, let's say he can avoid hit like this, it doesn't really matter. Black can come out, and black has the best timing already. So what can you do? Actually, by hitting this, maybe black roll like 2-4 or 2-6, and black gonna hit this point, and white might recycle this checker, and might something good happens. Okay, so hitting is by far the best play. And this happened. He rolled double 2. Okay, he hit a deuce. Then Giorgos hit twice, but Extreme Gammon didn't really like it. He wanted to do this hit, make a 12, and then he step up with 20 to 20, 22 to 20. This play avoids hit, and this play keeps 15 as slot, so he can remake the 15. So it all makes sense. By hitting this checker, you achieve very, very, very few. I mean, you're not gonna blitz him, right? You're not gonna really gain anything by hitting him. Of course, by hitting this, you force him to hit these checkers, but I am not really sure that you wanna hit this checker. Okay, you have enough timing already. So the next thing that you are looking is that you are trying to make some points. So you don't want to get hit maybe. So anyhow, I didn't like his play. I would just play here, here, and there, or I don't know. No matter whatever you do, I wouldn't just hit. This is also fine. You don't need to hit. All right, 5-3. It's false. Double raise. Again, he starts blitzing. He hit and make, which looks very natural. But in fact, you don't need to fight now. You can fight later. So I would do like personally my favorite play is like 24-23 twice, and play something like 14 to 12 or something. Maybe I don't want to move these checkers. I don't know. Oh, actually, Extreme Gammon actually likes to play 6 point, making 6 and 24-23. All right, yeah, maybe you wanna make a 6 point. That's why, not because you are trying to blitz him. You just wanna make a 6, and it happened to be hit with. Okay, 2-1 he entered twice, and 5-1 he came out with a 5, and you gotta stay here and go 14-13. All right, then white was 6-1. As you see, just because Giorgos black hit 2 or 3 checkers, now there's a chance that black might clench first. It is possible that white rolls something small and black rolls something very big, like double 4 or double 5 or something like this, so that he can lose all those timing. So it all begins with some of his hitting play somewhere down the line, like these plays. Where was it? Yeah, something like this. He hit twice. You remember? He doesn't need to do that because now he has good timing already. So he has to play quiet and let him go, so he can get the best timing, the best time back game later on. So by hitting this, yeah, he gained some pips and gained some board, but there's a big danger that he gonna lose some timing. Alright, so he rolled 6-1, he rolled 4-2. Once again, he shouldn't hit. By hitting him, white gained 7 more pips, which is big, and gains nothing. So this is clearly a mistake. And also he forgot a chance to step up with the deuce. Actually, this is a bigger reason that why 4-2 is such a big blunder. As you see, this is 160 blunder, which is super blunder. He should have stepped up with deuce and come down with a 4. Okay, avoid hit, and also avoid also stepping up and ready to come out. So this was the best play, but Giorgos didn't see it. He was in the mood of hitting. Then for one, yeah, Thomas Myhr should have hit on the deuce point. Once again, as I told you, that you really wanted to use those checkers, now it's the best chance to use it. And the risk is all close to nothing. There's almost no chance for those guys to be primed. You know, black has nothing to build up. You know, only 5 guys here, and this is not even in the zone of making this checker. So even if you get hit, it means nothing. White really just come back and play from there. So it forced him to roll like 2-4, 2-6, double 2, so that black has to hit. Anyway, white didn't play like that, and the black rolled 5-1, play like that, 5-2. Okay, extreme suggested to play with 5 and play 6-4. I wouldn't do this. I just don't want to. This hurts my eye to play 6-4, but I can see, maybe you can understand how important it is to hit on the 5 point. I mean, the ace point with 6-5, and recycle this checker. So I don't blame his play. Come out. That's fine. That's really fine. And let's go on. 2-1. He step up with deuce and 1. That's a great play. Now he's ready to come out. And double ace. He doesn't want to hit, but well, he has to hit, so he hits. Maybe he this checkers. Maybe he wants to hit. Maybe after hit these checkers, black has no checkers to play with. Only those 2 checkers can start burying. So anyway, he has to hit that forced. Then he danced double 4. Wow, how many rolls he rolls for 4 from the bar? That's really annoying as a black, as a white. So he should have blanked the 4 point a long time ago. Anyway, 4-2. So he came out. That's fine. 3-2. Okay. 3-2. He hit, but once again, it wasn't necessary. You should just step up on the 20 and ready to go out, I guess. But yeah, I'm not sure actually. By doing this, it allow white to make 11 point. Now black has some bad 6s. Let's pretend white rolls some 4 and black rolls 6. Now he has to play 9-3 or even 7-1 later. So there's some benefit of hitting that stop him from making 11. However, Extreme Gammon didn't really like it. It's penalized by 0.09. It's a blunder. Alright. Double 4. This is, by the way, double 4 is, I think it's a very bad number, because now white has to hit and white to go, and it's the biggest number. Black rolled 5-4 and white rolled 6-5. This 6-5, I really don't like it. Why you wanna break the 11 point? 11 point has some barrier, at least for one roll. Look, if black rolls 6x, like 6-3, 6-2, 6-4, black has to play 9-3 and go on. And who knows? Maybe you can keep 11 points one more roll. You might roll something small, and maybe not. Wait. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. You don't need to keep the 11 point one more roll, because now after he buried this checkers to here, now any 6 is already killed. So maybe 11 point means, but at least for one row, you should keep the 11 point, you know, just in case. So and what's the downside of doing 6 to 1? You know, I would keep the 11 point for sure. Then 6-3. Look, he could come out with a 23. Imagine the 6-3 with 11 point made. Now black has to play 9 to 3 and 23 to 20. So this 6 is really bad. Right? It's a big swing. Anyhow, double 2, he gonna do that. Once again, now everything is fixed. Nothing gonna go wrong for black. Now black has 5 and 6 to come out, and he has 2 spare checkers to play with in case he doesn't roll a 5 or 6 couple of rolls. So his timing is practically guaranteed. So once again, black has a great timing, and white is just pray for play for a good roll. He cannot do anything about that. Okay, so let's skip a little bit. Yeah, he did it again. He hit, but once again he doesn't need to hit. He can hit later. He doesn't need to hit now. He doesn't gain anything because now white gains some timing, and there's a chance that the black rolls something very bad while white is coming around. Just let him go, and 2 rolls or 3 rolls, or white has to break a 9 point or 10 point so that black can freely go out. Why you hit it? It's maybe he thought that maybe he could contain him, but it's really difficult. You see, look, you have only 6 checkers here, and you have only 2 point board. You have like 10 checkers back against 4 line. So anything bad can happen. Wait for one roll. Let him go and wait for 5 or 6, and everything gonna be okay. If you do this, you have 2 things to do. You want to do something with these guys here, and you're gonna come out at the same time. Okay, 2-1. He came in 3-1, and at the same principle. You have a good timing, so you do nothing, just play 9 to 5. Yeah, I mean, if you hit, you might hit back, and you might lose a builders. This is a builder. This is important checker to make a 4 point or 3 point later, not now. Okay, if you get hit, you have only 5 checkers to play with, so it takes more time to remake the 4 point, to make some board here. All black is trying to do is come out and come around and make a board when white leave a shot. So this is not the timing to start fighting. This is not the best time. He can just wait. So 3-2, he played 2 and 3, and 5-4. Oh, what the wrong with this? So he come out and go here. That looks fine to me. Oh, okay. He says 2015 and 8-4. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I don't really understand. Maybe it minimizes the shot. Maybe it minimizes the shot. Okay, it's only 20 numbers to get hit, and some of the hit numbers is not really good. Like double aces, he has like 9 point, and double deuces, he has like something. So, but getting hit here, it guarantees him to come out at the same time. So anyway, I don't really see it. Double 5, probably the worst number. He has to go. Then double 5, probably one of the best number, because now black wants to roll a big numbers to make some boards. Yeah. Then for 3, as you see, in this stage, white can do anything. White has to play as the dice says. White gonna lose all the flexibility, and all the timing is favor for black. You see, black has made a 4 point, and white was 6-3. Computer suggested to volunteer the shot, but I don't blame his play. Then double 5, which is not the best roll because he wanted to keep the 20, but with this roll it's not allowed to keep the 20. He has to go, and if you have to go one checker, you have to go 2 checkers, because if you stay 1 checkers here, white has some good numbers like 1 2 or 1 3 or even 2 3, and you might get pointed on. This is the worst scenario. So you wanna get pointed on when you are expecting tons of shots, right? You're gonna have too many shots. You have so many shots from 23 and 22, so you don't need to be too greedy to have another shot from here. That's too risky for to do that. Double 6s, he played that for 3, 6 2, as you see. White gonna leave a shot anytime soon. 6 5 and double 6s. Wow, he kept his board. 5 4. Black make the 5-point board, and 65. Wow, he has no builder. Okay, then 5 1. Then white roll 4 3, which is actually a very good number. You know, of course, white can roll double 4, double 2, that's kind of low, but as a normal number, 4 3 is pretty good number, because now he only leaves one blood, and it's only 20 shots, and etc etc. So anyhow, Giorgos made a double here, and which is a very good double because he's trading 3 away, 5 away, and black has 20 numbers like now, and he would expect repeaters, many more repeaters in the near future. Let's say black miss with some numbers and white rolls 6, it's gonna be a repeater. Let's say he miss and white gonna roll like yeah, many repeaters here. So not only 20 numbers, he could expect like 27 numbers to hit or something. But still it's an easy take, because I said 27 numbers, so it means black might miss 9 numbers, which is basically all. It's a win by white, and most likely win gammon, so that's great. And the also, even if white get hit, yeah, if he get hit, it's very bad shape. But anyhow, if he managed to survive this roll, most likely he gonna save the gammon. So that's fine. He takes good double, good take. He missed with 4-1, which was very crucial roll, by the way. 5-2. So this is the last blunder of this game. What happened is he could have played this. He could have 5 off and 6 to 4, which leaves more numbers actually. This way, white get hit with any 3 and 4 plus 2 1. So 22 numbers get hit. But his way, he plays 5 here and 2 here. With this way, black hit only 20 numbers, any 2 and 3. So why the heck 22 is better than 20? It's because first of all, white saves the gammon. Yeah, this is very important, because there's a big chance, there's a good chance that white can lose gammon. See, let's say black get hit, white get hit, and white enters with ace, and by the time he enters, black might have a prime here, and white might roll deuce or ace and leave another blood, and black might get another blood and close him out, and eventually black can win a gammon, right? So the gammon is a real possibility. So his play is actually saves the gammon, which is not laughable. It's possibility, and also he has 1 checkers off. And the third reason is that this way, white has few repeaters. Okay, this way, let's assume that black will miss the shot. Okay, now white, almost every numbers white can save the checkers, right? 6 5, 6 4, 6 3, 6 2, any 6 he can save the checkers, right? 5-4, 5-3, 5-2, any numbers he can play. Let's say he rolled 5-3, he can play 5 and 3. 5-2, he can play 2 here and 5 off. So no numbers to leave a repeater except roll like double 4 or something like this. And maybe only double 4. Double 3 is fine because he can take off. So it really, it's only double 4 as a repeater. But this way, some deuce is bad, like 6-2. Say black miss with 6-1. Black gonna play this way, and white has some bad numbers like 6-2. Now he is forced to play 5-3 to hit and 4 off. So now black has a shot on the 3-point. 6-2, 5-2, and 4-2 leaves a shot. Okay, and roll like double 3 leave a shot. 2-3 is not. Yeah, so any two, many deuce leave a shot. So that's why there's some repeaters as well. So there are 3 reasons. One reason you save the gammon. The other reason is you have 1 checkers off. And the third reason is that white has no repeaters, fewer repeaters on this way. So the error margin is 0.083. It's a little bit bigger than I thought. Okay, and Giorgos missed again, and I can feel the pain. You know, they are playing like 20-30 minutes just for this game, and all those 20 minutes is for this moment. You know, if you don't hit the last shot, all those effort means nothing. And he missed the double shot twice in a row. All right, and white roll double 5. And black has to come out with 5-4, so that white has some deuces like 6-2, 5-2, 4-2, 3-2. White has to leave a blot. So this is really good play. And he left the shot with 5-2, but again he missed. And then both of players are trying to save the gammon and win gammon. And finally, black saved the gammon. However, white win the deuce point. Alright, that's it. It was a very long game. Actually 56 moves, which means almost 100 rolls for both players. And as we saw, many interesting decisions. But in principle, Giorgos should follow that he shouldn't hit when he has a great timing, but Giorgos kept hitting. That I think that was his mistake, and Thomas had to break the 4-point to recycle the checkers and have to play 6-1. He did it. He did it with 5, but he missed with 3. Any other blunders? What was the biggest mistake? Okay, yeah, this double 3 was really. This was the biggest blunder of the match, I think. This almost ruined his game. He was very lucky to remake the ace point in the later, you know. So here, black had no back game, but 1 roll later he did have a great back game. So this was really unfortunate for Thomas Myhr. Then anything interesting? Yeah, something like this. He missed a great chance to recycle the checkers with 6-4. I mean 6-2. Yeah, 5-2 is very difficult to find. Yeah, this 6-5 I didn't like it. And Thomas Myhr could have seen it if he has more time. Yeah, but all in all, the game was very interesting. And if you want to see the real game, you can always see it in Gammon Studio. There's a website called Gammon Studio. You can go look at it, and there's a match played by Giorgos Kleitsas against Thomas Myhr, 2018 July. And also, if you want to see the movie of the players, you can always go to a tournament website, which is Gibraltar Championship. There's a website called Gibraltar Backgammon Championship, and I'm sure there is a video to players playing. So if you are interested, go Google and check it out. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video, and have a nice day. See you in the tournament. Bye.